You want to know what so the House Democrats led by Nancy Pelosi aren't doing anything to help you with your COVID relief. They're not doing anything. But what are they doing? The House Democrats passed a climate bill boosting oil drilling lobbied for by Biden donor. So that's remember that Barack Obama, Joe Biden, they were the all of the above energy strategy? It's amazing. The only part of the all above they remember is the drilling part. The House climate bill gives over $2.3 billion in industry subsidies. That's what they're funding instead of a Green New Deal. Subsidies for fucking oil drilling. That's what they're passing. You know why? Because they're owned by the oil companies, because they take their money. They take legal bribes. So voting for Joe Biden makes the environment worse. FYI. Only 18 Democrats. 18 Democrats. There's your opposition party. That's your party that believes in science. Only 18 Democrats opposed the bill called the Clean Economy Jobs and Innovation Act in a 220 to 185 vote. Only 18 Democrats. The Republicans were voting against this, not the Democrats. This is Nancy Pelosi making this happen, not the Republicans. You chumps. You silly chumps. Please come on the show and debate me. Please come on and put me in my place. Please. But they won't. Isn't it amazing? They're so afraid of a fucking pothead jagoff comedian who they all know they're smarter than. But yet they're still afraid because they're gutless. They are nutless wonders. All the fucking money in the world, and you still have to suck Hollywood dick. Before the House climate bill passed, over 100 climate justice groups came out in opposition to it. You know, but why listen to those 100 climate justice groups? Why listen to them? We get their votes anyway. They have to vote for Joe Biden and the Democrats anyway. Because the Democrats are going to give you the choice between fracking or fracking. The bill is a Trojan horse for the logging and biomass industries. The latter is an energy source heavily reliant on using wood from trees as a power plant feedstock, seen by climate scientists as dirtier than coal on a life cycle carbon emission basis. It's a Trojan horse. Okay. Both the Biden campaign and the Trump campaign are ardent supporters of this. Bipartisan, baby. It only takes two parties to destroy a planet. By the way, there is no in-between on climate change. There's no in-between on whether or not the future generations have a planet to live on. There is no in-between about whether we get to have clean water. There's no in-between on whether or not the coasts are habitable for future generations. Go tell the wildfires here in California that you're working on a bipartisan solution and you'll get back to them in 2050. And could they please calm down in the meantime? Hey, did somebody tell the ice caps in 30 years we might not have gasoline cars anymore so they would stop melting? This is from Food and Water Watch. We're disappointed to see that Speaker Pelosi and many House Democrats just pushed through the Clean Economy Jobs and Innovation Act. This bill is little but a hodgepodge of false solutions and half measures that will make climate chaos worse. You got to vote for Joe Biden. You got to vote for Nancy Pelosi. What are you, a bad person? We can't waste time with bad climate legislation. We need bold, transformative solutions that truly embrace the climate crisis at hand, not more handouts to big oil and gas. Joe Biden, listen to the scientists. I keep seeing progressives say Biden has a decent climate plan. He doesn't ban fracking, doesn't reduce emissions to meet scientist standards. What am I missing here? You're missing that you're being gaslit by fuckfaces who are telling you to vote for Joe Biden as if it's going to make something any better. It is not. It's crazy how so many people on the left have no idea that climate change is there's literally no middle ground issue. You either believe the scientists or you don't. There is no middle ground, as we've said. There's no middle ground on clean water. Democrats listen to the scientists and then decide to ignore everything they say for campaign dollars. So there you go. That's what the Democrats are doing right now. Instead of helping you with COVID relief, they are trying to pass a bill that says Trump is unfit to serve while they're not taking care of anybody except the oil and gas industry. They've got time to do this before they go home for vacation. They don't have time to pass a stimulus for you. Who's being naive, Kay? These guys don't get it. We've got to get Trump out. These guys don't get it. You got to get Trump out and replace him with a lamppost. You don't get it. How do you guys not understand that Trump is bad? These are grown-up people talking to me. How do you guys don't understand that Trump is bad? Fucking joke. Fucking joke. I love it when people who go into Ivy League school are on purpose way dumber than me. I like when I can get to be smug in front of fucking guys who I know are smarter than me, grew up in privilege, went to fucking Ivy League schools, have rooms full of books that they've read, and I could come in and wipe the fucking floor with them because they have zero courage. Zero. That's what I have. I have courage. I don't have smarts. I don't have fucking intellect. I don't have a pedigree. I didn't come from an Ivy League school. I have courage to see and tell the truth, which is why this show is popular. We being suppressed by YouTube and Google. Other YouTube shows aren't. We are, and we're more popular. Even being suppressed and throttled by Google and YouTube, we are more popular than the shows with MSNBC contracts. Why? Because we have courage to tell you the truth. Not because we're smarter. Not because I'm a nerd. I'm a pothead nightclub comedian. And I'm here to tell you the truth about why we got Donald Trump. And none of the other motherfuckers are going to do that. Which is why this show is popular. I'm not trying to get an MSNBC contract like every other jagoff in the world.
Really?
Which is why I can tell you the truth. Which is why I can criticize the people gaslighting you like Chris Hayes and Rachel Maddow instead of defending them. And a dumb guy like me, it has to be a thought leader on the left. A dumb guy like me has to be a thought leader on the left because nobody else has the balls to do it. Bunch of fucking nutless wonders, bunch of go-alongs. Bunch of fucking Russia-gating morons on purpose. You fucking meatheads. I'm outdoing you in my sleep. I'm outdoing you. Where's your coverage of the 4th OPCW whistleblower? Where's that coverage? Oh, you don't have it? You fucking meathead on purpose. You're being outdone by a jagoff, pothead, nightclub comedian on a daily basis. And I'm not even trying. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.